So I haven't done any kind of update in a while since I posted about having to go to the emergency room. So I thought I'd do a little one to update people. So yeah, I had to be rushed to the emergency. Sorry. Long time followers of me whining online about my life will know that I've had kidney stones for a while. But most of the time, they're really freaking painful and they pass. Uh, I live in Florida, and I should drink more water. I've gotten a lot better, but still probably should do more, especially during the hot times of summer down here. So I was having some pains for a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I must be having kidney stones again. It sucks, but, summer here, and that's what happens. Because I've been told before by doctors I'm going to have chronic kidney stones probably the rest of my life. But one night last week, and it was actually a week when it was going to be pretty easy on us because, COVID reasons, we basically shut down where I worked for a week. But I ended up having a kidney stone, really bad attack. I had to have Marty rush me to the emergency room. And anybody knows me, I hate hospitals and I hate going to the emergency room. Stress of money, stress of everything. And I have alright insurance, but that doesn't mean you still don't end up paying a lot of money for shit. So I had to go to the emergency room, and they told me I have a 12 centimeter kidney stone. And I'm like, isn't 5 supposed to be really big or something like that? And she's like, yes, you got a really big one. So they told me at the emergency room, you need to get this out. You need to either have them, sonic blast it. And yes, I did make a sonic screwdriver joke in the emergency room. As smart, she rolled her eyes. Or they got to do surgery to get it out. And they said I need to do this right away. Yeah. So this ends up happening on like a Thursday, and then on Friday the next day I end up calling a bunch of urologist places that do stuff, and he told me that because of COVID and because of a lot of other stuff, they're not taking many people, but this is a huge one, so they'll fit me in where they can. The closest they could get me was 2 weeks from the time I went to the emergency room. Basically 2 weeks. So next Tuesday I have to go to a urologist, and hopefully they do something that day. I'm really stressed that they're not, and they're going to end up saying, because I hear that some places are already starting to go back to not doing non-life-threatening procedures right now. So hopefully I get it in. So I'm having to spend a week more basically in pain, and because I can't take painkillers at work, because obviously you don't take painkillers at your job, it's hurting, and I don't want to take time off at work right now because we're kind of short-handed for reasons, and so I'm here and in pain, and my coworkers would be supportive if I wasn't here, but I don't want to do that to them. So, yeah, that's the update. Yes, I'm not doing much right now. I might post some stuff, just get it out of my drafts, folders on stuff, but I'm not doing a huge amount, because as soon as I get home, I take painkillers and I go to sleep for the most part. So some stuff has been delayed, get worked on, which, like stuff like the Trinity Prophecy, that's why I wanted to get the stuff so far ahead of time, is so if any of us had any issues, we could address them and delay stuff, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So it's just my update. On Tuesday I'll go to the urologist, and hopefully they can take care of that day, sonic blast it or whatever, and then I'll probably have to take some days off after that, I was told. So, which is always stressful. Well, a lot of people don't get is like when you work a job like like mine, especially in food industry jobs, any time off is stressful because you wonder, is this going to be the reason why I'm let go or something like that, which I don't think it's going to happen in my job. I don't think it would happen, but that's a fear. That's why people who are sick in food industry jobs usually don't tell anybody they're sick, just because they don't want to be not scheduled or not have a job. And that's one of those things when bullshit people, when people are like, people in fast food don't deserve health care, they don't deserve getting paid well. And it's like, well, then, you know what? Almost every fast food job or restaurant job I ever worked, there's people that are throwing up sometimes. Because they're not going to take off, because they're not going to get scheduled, and they're not going to probably get hours that they need if they leave. That's what you're living with. So, but this is America. We're self-destructive freaking idiots in this country. And that's my sign off.